Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? Today, I am going to show you about 3 or 4 videos where people are giving you tips on how to survive this government shutdown. So instead of getting in panic mode, we're going to get in prayer mode. I've done some research in the past using ChatGPT because I want to know how our ancestors, how the people made it back in the day. And just doing the research here, it talks about that people were caught hunting. They hunted for their food. Also, they did a garden. And I know it's kind of too late right now to start a garden, but we need to think about this. In the meantime, if you could start a garden, it may take a couple months in order for it to grow. But that's what people did in the slavery days, back in the day. When you do your research, it talks about cornmeal, a staple food that was made into bread. They call it whole cakes. That's what my mom used to make. And I tried this and it was really good. And then they're talking about salt pork or fish, often the lowest quality cuts, such as pig feet, chitlins, or salt. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I grew up with that, because we had to eat back. Whatever was on the table back then, that's what we had to eat. I don't eat that anymore. And I'm not trying to downgrade somebody that do eat it, but I grew up eating it, but now I don't eat that stuff, but that's how they made it. They also have molasses and lard, using for flavor and adding calories. I know that that's high in calories now, but there's ways out here that you can make it, y'all. A lot of people getting in panic mode and don't know how they're gonna make it. You will make it. There's things out here that you can use Chat GPT. If you have like 3 items, you can make it. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you the video that this lady is going to help you and show you how to make it. So go grab your coffee, your tea, and your notepad and a pen and take some notes, because this is really helpful. I'm taking notes myself. Okay,
no problem. Let's go in Dollar Tree and see what we can find to make some meals out of. Come on, let's go. So, baby, we in the $1.25 tree store. Let me show y'all some things y'all can get. They got some smoked sausage. See? They got some turkey jumbo franks. They got some more sausage down here. They got a pack of bacon for $3.25. They got some peanut butter for $1.50. They have jelly for $1.50. They also have some bread. Hamburger buns, regular bread, hot dog buns for just $1.50. Baby, if you want to be a little fancy and bake your cake, they got that for $1.25. Also, the icing for $1.25. Muffins, all of that, $1.25. Baby, you can get you some pasta noodles for $1.25. Also, they got some ragu, $2.50. They got some Heinz down here for $1.25. Baby, they also got some Hungry Jack's skillet meals.
you see that she is telling you, and there's no reason for you to get in panic mode. Go to Dollar Tree. I know a lot of people may say, "Oh, I don't want to shop that." I have people in my family say, "Oh, I don't like Dollar Tree." But I remember one year I made some green beans casserole, and guess what? I got the can of green beans at the Dollar Tree, and they sitting there eating, say, "This is good." And I say, "You know what? You know where it came from? The Dollar Tree." So if they blindfold you, and you have Kroger's and you have Aldi's, or if you have a Dollar Tree, you can't tell the difference. You can't say, okay, this came from Sprouts or this came from Whole Food. It tastes the same thing. The only difference is the name tag. They put Sprouts on something on Aldi's or vice versa. So let me tell you something. Go up into this Dollar Tree. Don't be ashamed. Okay, your stomach, when you get these hunger pains, it's not going to be the shame, y'all. We are going to make it. We're going to make it. Go into Dollar Tree and do what she tell you to do. Go into Dollar Tree and make it happen.
Only for $1.25. They got some Alfredo noodles. They got the flavor packets of rice. Some more rice. And that's the whole grain brown rice. Only $1.25.
$1.25.
They got some pinto beans, baby. They got some black beans. They got some I don't know how to say these, but let me get it. Lentils, however you say it, baby. They even got them. spaghetti noodles, elbow noodles, capatavi noodles. Baby, that even got some scallop potatoes if you want to feel a little fancy. Here comes some sardines,
I grew
some
up eating
tuna.
sardines, y'all. Tuna fish.
Tuna.
She's telling you.
Yeah,
Listen.
smoked oysters, Viennas, lunch meat, salmon, your cream of mushroom, all of that. We even got some canned goods over here. Sweet peas, whole corn, all of that. Even some fruit, baby. Get them kids some fruit. And some vegetables right there. Look like some sauerkraut. They even got some vegetable oil for $1.25. Coconut milk, baking powder, baking soda, coconut.
She's spilling the beans. I'm telling y'all, go on ChatGPT, and if you have like just only one canned good with green beans and potatoes, they will give you 3. I like something simple. I don't like ingredients with 10 or 12 items. I like something that is 3 or 4. If you go on ChatGPT, it will tell you recipes, ideas that you can feed for your family. See, I grew up, I'm from a country town. Like I said, we made it. I guess it was on a budget way back. So I know how to get pinto beans, rice, and make a meal, So I'm telling you, this is a great idea, y'all. Y'all better go on and jump on this. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? You better go to your local Dollar Tree or Dollar General store and grab these items. I know every Dollar Tree is different, but I know the one that I have, everything that she's talking about, it is there. Stop being embarrassed. Y'all got to understand, proud is not going to get you nowhere. Okay? When you sit here being proud and you don't want to get out here and go to the Dollar Tree because, it's cheap, what is people going to say? They're going to say something if you can't survive, if you lose something in your house. There's people out there that are waiting for something to happen to you where you are losing your home and you can't buy food for your kids or your family. So go into Dollar Tree. It's no shame, y'all. I shop at Dollar Tree all the time. No shame. Leave your pride behind and grab what this lady, she is dropping some gems. She is telling you how to survive. She's telling you how to make it. Y'all better take some notes. You better take some notes.
Coconut oil. Here come all of your seasonings right here too that you may want to throw in.
She ain't lying. She ain't lying.
Mayo, barbecue sauce, hot sauce, mustard, all of that. Here come, you can make you a bread pizza out of these 3 things right here.
Yeah.
Under $5. They got some gravy packets right here. Onion soup mix. Your au jus gravy. Sazon, baby. Y'all better get in with the $1.25 tree store. We got some French fries over here, baby, for $1.25. And baby, we got some $1.25 French fries. We got some cheese sauce. We got some chili. You can make you some chili and cheese fries. Or if you don't like the chili, baby, you can make you some bacon and cheese fries. Let's get into it. Also, here is another meal. This meal right here is under $8. You can get you some taquitos, which you either one of these rice packets, or either you can flip it and get you some burritos. Yeah. And the burritos can go with the rice. So, baby, you can do it however you want to do it. They also got the chicken and cheese taquitos. And these are all of the burritos that they have. Baby, you can also come in here and get you some TV dinners, some pot pies.
Y'all know about them dinners. I used to have them when I was a kid, and they were the best thing, y'all. They have all this. I know a lot of people say it's not $1 anymore. It's $1.25. I'd rather pay $1.25 than $4. Okay, you go up into these stores for a item like this, you're out of $3 or $4 for something. Honey, you're going to see me. We might see each other in the Dollar Tree. We might see each other. So she is telling you. She's telling you what to do. She's telling you what's up. Okay, so you going to make it. You're going to make it. She's telling you.
Yes. So here is you another meal, the General Tso's chicken. And here can use some rice, which if you have to get about 5 of them. Because they don't have a bag, so but still you can pair this meat right here with rice, and that is under $10. This is like $5. Baby, you can even add this stir fry meat to the chicken. Hold on, let me get it and pair it together. So, baby, you can even pair this together and make it a meal. I told y'all, you got to get creative with your mind. They even got the orange chicken. They got the chicken fried rice.
So y'all, let me tell y'all something. Y'all like this Panda Express. You go to Panda Express, you're out of a lot of money for this. There go your Panda Express right here. Okay, let me know what your thoughts is. Let me know. Share some recipes in the comment section because this is gonna help a lot of people. We gotta learn. The saddest thing, y'all, is that a lot of people in their community, whether if you stay in an apartment or have in a house, people don't know their next door neighbors. A lot of people are not friendly, and they always say when H hit the fan, and that's when everybody coming out wants some help. We need to start helping each other. Go back, take it way back in the days where if you needed 4 eggs, people didn't gossip and talk about you and they help one another. That's what we need to do, y'all. That's what we need to do. If you agree, I want you to put that in the comment section. And we're going to add something else. We're going to go to another one here, and we're going to add this here.
But I remember when Mom would make this, we would be in heaven, and it's literally just this. And I wanted to share this with you guys.
Hold on here. I'm going
On
to
a
add this to the
budget,
page.
need all the little tricks, and I grew up super friggin' poor. But I remember when Mom would make this, we would be in heaven, and it's literally just this. And I wanted to share this with you guys because Mom's on a budget, need all the little tricks and tips they can get. So let's start. This is what my mom used to call succotash. I don't know if that's the actual word for it. I don't know. It's just what we've always called it. And yeah, all you need are 2 cans of potatoes, 2 cans of green beans, 2 cans of corn. And I use 2 of these because my boys will devour it, so I try to make it nice and meaty. A pot, a stove, a knife, can opener, and all the goodies, so bear with me. You will pour your can of corn, juice and all, your green beans, juice and all.
That's easy. It's easy. Very
Your
easy.
potatoes need to be drained. You'll toss that in. All the cans. You'll slice the sausage up to, they don't have to be all perfectly sized because, I got some big boys in there and then I got some little thinner ones, but it's fine. And you'll take this, mix it in with that. When it's all mixed up, it should look like this. I season mine with some salt, some pepper, a little bit.
And that is a meal, y'all. That's a meal that will get you full. Okay? That will get you full. I'm telling you, go back to the old days. All she had was a can of potatoes, can of corn, y'all saw it, can of green beans, and chop up some sausages. If you don't like no sausages, substitute. Okay, put some chicken, put some whatever brisket. They got cans of briskets that you can do in the store, y'all. You gotta think outside the box. You gotta pivot. Okay, you gotta learn how to pivot in order to survive.
A little bit of garlic powder, but whatever your family likes, put in there. You ain't gonna mess it up. I put the lid on, and then I cook it about medium-low heat until it simmers, and then I just let it go. You're gonna cook it until the sausages get plump. Once it's nice and plump, it's done, ready to eat. This feeds my family of 4 with leftovers, and leftovers are so good the next day.
So is.
And the grand total for that big old pot is $12.08. So
$12.08. $12.08. See, the problem is that we so used to going out to eat all the time, If you can go out to these different restaurants, are you going to spend $12.08? No, you're going to be out what, $30, $40, depending on the size of your family. Cook at home. Learn to cook. I've learned when I go into the stores, I'm like, I can't buy that because I'm on a budget. That's how strong I am. Okay. If I see cupcakes or if I see anything, I can cook this. I know how to take flour. I mean, if you take flour, baking soda, if you do, just go out there and Google it. Flour, baking soda, a little sugar, milk of your choice. You can make pancakes, homemade pancakes. My mama used to do that way back in the day. See, my grandparents, my grandmother, they prepared for me this for years ago. When I remember when I was about, I say about 8 years old, my grandmother said, "Hey, baby, let me show you how to do this. Let me show you how to make this. Let me show you how to make a meal because hard times are going to come." It ain't just started now, y'all. Hard times were way back in the 70s, way back, But I was born in the 70s, and I know that, in the 80s, I saw what my parents did. They took something and they took nothing and made something out of it. So that's what we got to do. It's too many times I have people, I hear, how we going to make it? How I'm going to survive? You got a can of green beans. You got a can of corn. You got a can of sausages. Or you got some sausage you can cut up. That's a meal. Nobody's not going to know what's in your stomach. Okay? So you can't be a picky eater, y'all. You cannot. The cost of living is going up. People don't have a job. People furloughed. People don't have nothing, majority of the people. And some people still out here, it's not affecting them. But you got to understand, it may not affect you today, but 2 weeks from now, 2 months from now, it can affect you. So you need to be taking some notes and learn how to pivot, learn how to make something. Just get you some canned goods and survive here.
Super easy, very, very tasty, and yeah, succotash for us poor folk.
Okay, here is another one here.
Right here, you got some $5 plates of chicken breast. Also, they got $10 plates of chicken wings. They got $5 plates of chicken drums. Here is a $10 pack of pork chops. Get you some Jiffy Mix. It's 69 cents here. You may can find it a little cheaper at another place. And here is some more $10 packs of pork chops. They normally have those packs of pork chops for just $5, the boneless pork chops. But either way, let me show you what else you can grab to go with that. Come on. Here is some corn for 89 cents. They got the potatoes for $1.50 a piece. And baby, you can even grab you a pack of gravy meats and make you a gravy.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I grew up eating pork chop because we had to eat what was presented. If you didn't eat, you just went to bed, hungry. But my parents made sure that we had something to eat. But I don't eat that anymore. And I'm not docking down nobody else is not eating. And if you don't eat pork chop, there's other things like the chicken. I mean, some people don't like the skin on their chicken. Some people like skinless, boneless chicken, but they do have cells at Aldi's, but you just have to grab, you can go online and pull up Aldi's and they have little cell sheets that you can look at and buy a whole bunch of them in order to survive. So there is some reasons. Some people may say, "Oh, I don't like this kind of stuff." There's other things that you can substitute. Remember, you got to pivot on the things that you don't like, add something else. If you don't like pork chop, get you something else, to go in place of the different meats. You don't have to eat it. But again, I grew up with it. I had to eat what was presented. But now, since I'm grown, I don't eat that. I substitute with, skinless chicken or chicken drumsticks or thighs. That's what I do in order to make a meal.
If you don't know how to make it from scratch, you can grab those egg noodles. They're only $1.79. And when my food stamps got cut off last year for about 3 months, that's literally how I shop. Like I say, at the time I didn't have a baby. I only had 6 kids. Now I have 7 kids. But baby, best believe I'm gonna scratch the dollar. And my kids were fed and full.
She said her kids were fed and full. I'm going to show you another video where they are telling you, giving you tips on how to survive the government shutdown. They talk about federal workers, but everybody could benefit from this, whether if you're a federal worker or not. This affects a lot of people every single day because, like I said, these jobs, you're doing 4 or 5 people jobs and you're only getting paid one salary. You live in paycheck to paycheck. You got to learn how to budget, especially when you are getting paid once a month. You really have to know how to budget. Also, if you get paid every 2 weeks, but I'm going to show you that.
Federal workers are feeling the impact. For many, paychecks are on pause while others see partial payments. It may be the last paycheck until the shutdown ends. Well, luckily, there are actually ways federal workers can protect themselves in the weeks ahead. So joining us today is Josh Perkins, Vice President of DeWitt and Dunn Financial Services. Good morning to you.
Hey.
Well, you have some tips on managing missing paychecks. So what steps should federal workers take right now?
First, you really need to prioritize your spending. You got to focus on housing, transportation, resources such as utilities, food. If it comes between paying your credit cards and your food, I'd much rather you have food on the table. So making sure that you're looking at all the money that you have available to you and spending that wisely and cutting back on unnecessary expenditures.
Yeah, making a list.
He's telling you, right? Okay. So what you gonna do? You gonna go out and buy your Gucci purse, or you gonna buy your food? You got to make a decision. Okay. You have to make a decision. You're gonna go out and get your nails done, or which one is important? Your nails or buying food? So you got to make that decision.
Super important to pay attention and to track all that. So how can federal workers avoid long-term damage to their credit scores and impacts to retirement funds?
Reaching out to your local creditors or reaching out to your landlord, telling them your particular situation. Sometimes they have hardship programs or deferral programs. If you kind of tell them and stay proactively communicating with them, many times they won't report missed payments on your credit report, hurting your credit score. Also, making sure that you prioritize your emergency funds. So if you do have money set aside, focus on spending the money on the most important things and working together as a family. Many of Americans across the country don't communicate as a family when it comes to their finances. If you work together as a family, as a team, and be diligent and come up with a spending plan, that's going to reduce a lot of unnecessary expenditures and also alleviate a lot of stress.
And aside from federal workers, how can the rest of us just be better prepared?
Yeah, so whether you're working for the federal government or not, we all can experience emergencies or loss of income. So having an emergency fund in place, I recommend to all of my clients during your working years, set aside 3 to 6 months of living expenses for the unexpected. Once you retire, you can bump that up 6 to 12 months. So making sure that you have money there ready to go if an emergency pops up or a loss of income happens.
And, with those people suffering with their finances, how can they access short-term funding safely?
Well, there are a lot of programs, credit unions or local banks are offering 0 or low interest loans to help get by. Also, explore reaching out to local charities, food banks, or even churches are a great resource if you need some assistance. And then there's always a last resort that would be tapping into retirement accounts such as 401ks or TSP accounts. Just realize that you only want to use those as a last resort.
Yeah, especially those nonprofits that support the community are very, very helpful for those who are struggling out there. Hey, thank you so much, Mr. Perkins, for taking the time to speak with us this morning. I'm sure we'll speak with you soon with more on financial help during these times.
Yeah, I'm telling you is that you got to sit down and you got to learn how to budget. You got to prepare a plan. And I know a lot of times things happen. You can plan all you want to and still this is going to happen. But I'm giving you tips, giving you options on what you can do. These ladies are telling you how to survive this. A lot of times, I'm telling y'all, don't get in panic mode, get in prayer mode. That is something that you got to realize. And that's what I realized growing up, is that a lot of times we try to figure things out. You just got to let go and let God and let him work it out for you. There's a reason behind everything. I feel that this test is going to be a testimony. This mess is going to be a message for all of us. He is just preparing us for something, y'all. We have to get out here and pray, prepare, plan, and we're going to make it. Okay. Don't be sitting out here and say, I don't know how I'm going to make it. You're going to make it. You got to speak life over yourself, because the power of the tongue determines life and death. I have to sit back and tell myself, if I say I can't do something, eventually it's going to come to fruition. But you can do it. You can do all things through Christ Jesus that strengthen you, and you just got to believe. Now, a lot of people may not be going through this government shutdown. Okay, they may not be going through this, but don't belittle somebody that's going through it, because let me tell you something. You may be doing good right now. Like I always say, in this very second, you're sitting here in panic mode trying to figure out how you're going to feed your family. Okay. So I tell people, don't make fun of folks. What goes around comes around. Okay. You may not be going through this, but honey, you can go through this in 2 weeks from now, or this very second, and you trying to figure out. We as a community, we got to come together. We got to stop not liking each other, falling out with people. People will stop talking to you for no reason at all. Have you ever seen that? You go into a place and you speak, and that person speak to you. Then the next day you go in, they're like you don't even exist. We got to come together. Whatever grudges you have against your brothers or sisters, because we're all brothers and sisters in Christ, you got to leave that behind and come together as a community and help one another. Too many times we are selfish. We don't want to help anybody. We got certain picks who we help. It shouldn't be that way. Come together as a community. They're telling you to go to your local food bank if you need help. Okay. Don't worry about who's going to see you. Get out here, go to your local food banks, do what she tell you. Go to the Dollar Tree, go to Kroger's, learn how to be on a budget, learn how to save. Like I told you, where I showed you a few minutes ago, of how our ancestors, a lot of people don't like watching slavery movies, but the reason why I watch it is because I want to know how they survive. And how they survive is they grew their own garden, they went hunting, they fished, that's how they made it. They cooked. They came up with different spices in order to add to their food and make it happen. But this lady is showing you, she's preparing you, telling you how to make it, y'all. Like I always say, we're going to make it, okay? This is just a test. We're going to make it. Y'all get out of panic mode. There's so many people that getting in panic mode. Get out of panic mode and get in prayer mode. We're going to make it. Why? Like I always say in all my videos, at the end, we are going to win, y'all. I'm here to help you. Whatever I know, I'm going to show you, because I don't want to just save all this for me. I want to show you and let everybody in the world know, hey, if you're surviving this or starving, this is something that you can cook for your family of 5, 6, 7, or whatever the case may be. Or if it's just you're single, you're going to make it, y'all. We're going to make it. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts. If you have any tips, share them. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Videos go out every other day at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Have your notification turned on. Speak life over yourself. Do you hear me? Speak life over yourself, because what? The power of the tongue determines life and death. You got this. We're going to make it through, y'all. We're going to make it through, because we're going to win. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.